right, welcome back. We are still working in section 3.3 and we are doing this Desmos activity. So go ahead and open your computer, type in desmos.com and click on the graphing calculator and you can do this activity along with us. So in all of exercise 2, we're going to be focusing on the graph that looks like y equals x minus h all squared. So we're trying to see when an equation is in this form, how does the graph of it look? So again, we're always going to start off with our parent function so that we can compare where it is being shifted or how it's being changed. So next, I want you to type in y equals, in parentheses, x minus 2 all squared. And when we do that, we can see that from our vertex previously was 0, 0, now it is at 2, 0. So we had a negative 2 inside, and it shifted it 2 places to the right. All right, let's go ahead and put in the other one as well. If you want to try and predict what you think might happen on this one, that's a good thing to try and do. Did you think that it was going to move to the left 4 places? That is exactly what it did. So these parabolas are all the same width. They're just being moved left or right. Okay. Now take a minute, pause the video, and just draw in what you see on this graph here so you can have it in your notes. All right, so now let's generalize what's happening here. All right, how does the graph y equals x minus h all squared compare to the basic graph of y equals x squared? So what happens when h is subtracted from x? So when h is subtracted from x, like we had here, what happened to our graph? Right, that's our blue graph. So from the red to the blue, it shifted it to the right. And then what happens when it's added to x? Well, if we had that x plus 4, it shifted it 4 places to the left. So it seems a little bit opposite of what we might think is happening there. And that's because when we're thinking about what the x value needs to be, we're thinking, what value for x would make this whole part go to 0? Well, when x is 2, positive 2, it will make it go to 0. Here, when x is negative 4, it will go to 0. Now, one way that I have that you can remember this that has helped a lot of students is they think about a phrase that I say that's insiders are liars. So what do I mean by insiders or liars? Well, we can see that in our graph, what is inside the parentheses is kind of opposite of what we were thinking it's going to be. Now, this happens not just with quadratics, with these parabolas, but when you talk about absolute value graphs, when you talk about radicals, right, square roots and such, you're going to see that the same kind of thing applies. The insiders are liars. All right, so make sure you fill in here when h is subtracted from x, the graph is shifted to the right, and when h is added to x, it's shifting to the left. All right, and then keep in mind that insiders are liars to help you remember whether it's shifting left or right. All right, well, let's do this next part where it wants us to give a vertex in a general type form. Well, on this one, our h, right, is moving the x value. And so this time, whatever our h is going to represent that x coordinate. And then if you can look at the graph, you can see, oh yeah, they're all on the y-axis. So the y is at 0. I hope that was helpful.